Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to join you today. Thank you to RenewableUK and Dan McGrath for the invitation and for organising this fantastic event, the largest offshore wind conference in the world. And I congratulate you on the conference's 20th anniversary. It's just over 6 months since COP26 and the historic Glasgow Climate Pact, which under the UK stewardship was agreed by almost 200 countries. It's a pact that forges a path to a clean global future and keeps alive the prospect of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. Of course, much has changed since then. We meet today against the backdrop of multiple global crises. War has returned to Europe. Inflation is spiking around the world. Debt is mounting. Energy prices are rising. And globally, people are struggling to feed their families, all as we continue to deal with the ongoing effects of the pandemic. But these crises should increase, not diminish our determination to deliver on the commitments that we made in Glasgow. In particular, Putin's brutal and illegal invasion has demonstrated to countries the dangers of relying on fossil fuels controlled by a hostile actor. And countries now understand the benefits of low-cost homegrown renewables, the price of which cannot be manipulated from afar. In short, climate and environmental security are now synonymous with energy and national security. It's clear that our long-term energy futures do not lie in fossil fuels. Offshore wind is integral to this transition. It will help to provide secure, domestically generated electricity that will be a key part of our clean energy future. Here in the UK, we want to see 95% of our electricity coming from low-carbon sources by 2030 and to fully decarbonise by 2035. Indeed, with wind now cheaper than coal and gas in the majority of the world, the economic case is clear too. So I'm delighted that the UK is a world leader in offshore wind. In autumn 2020, when I was Business and Energy Secretary, we used our 10-point plan for a green industrial revolution to announce a big expansion of offshore wind. Our recent energy security strategy goes further, increasing our ambition for offshore wind from 40 gigawatts by 2030, including 1 gigawatt from floating wind, to 50 gigawatts by 2030, with up to 5 gigawatts from floating wind. This ambition will boost the number of direct and indirect jobs supported by the sector, already expected to exceed 60,000 by 2030, whilst delivering vital investment in UK coastal communities and bolstering self-sufficiency. And our next Contract for Difference allocation round will be our biggest ever, including £210 million of support for offshore wind and a further £24 million for floating wind too. Of course, we must be clear about the scale of the challenge. The transition will not happen overnight, but the potential of wind is extraordinary, and the urgent need to harness its potential could not be clearer. Working together, sharing the lessons the UK has learned, and directing investment towards the clean transition, we can and we must continue to accelerate the transformation to the low-carbon energy system of the future, to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, and to keep alive the prospect of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. Thank you.